The 6 junior Jacob Angeles, as a sophomore last season, did something that has never been done in program history, and that has become the first 40-40 player in Paul the 6 program history. For a Week 7 matchup, it doesn't get any better than this. 6-0 Walkersville, last year's state runner-up in 2A, against 6-0 Oakdale at the Pumas training camp on a scorching day in August, where the Pumas are working to live up to a precedent that was set by the seniors before them. We just saw a matchup between two powerhouses, a matchup from the IAC championship last season in Bullis and Landon. And tonight it was a busy night on the high school gridiron, so let's get right to it. Today we're going to take a look at a St. John's rising junior that did work in the Capital Hoops Summer League championship game. Thank you guys. I'm here with Patriots coach Sherman Rivers. And coach, what is the most exciting part about this event today? Everybody, and welcome back into the micro recap. Brandon Green here, and today we're going to look at a state championship berth game between Gaithersburg and Bethesda Chevy Chase. It would come down to the final minutes, but in that first half, BCC came out on a mission as Elijah Wood gets the alley-oop right there, and then Wood comes down with a thunderous dunk. They would lead the first half 38-28, but then in the second half, it was all about Jowie Tuka and the Trojans. They were able to just go on a complete tear and being able to win this game in dominating fashion as they were able to get the win 65-61. And what a game it was for them, because they have not been to the state tournament in 20 years. Just to put that in perspective, I'm 21 years old. I was 1 year old the last time they went to the state tournament, and what a win it was for them. And the player of the game had to be Julio Tamakalo. In that first half, he was the controlling agent for the Trojans as he had 10 points, but then in the second half, being able to come back and be able to have 18 points for the game, just that steady hand, senior leadership that they needed. The Pumas have not lost a high school football game since 2014. And with such high turnover on this roster, it's amazing that they do not take dips like other high school programs. But losing players such as A.J. Linton and John Oliver, the Pumas' Quentin Williams will have to lead the offense not on the ground, but through the air.
Last season, I think I had a pretty good season, but I think now another offense down packed, and I think I'm more confident in myself in the offense, and I think I can make a lot more plays and try to improve on my numbers that I had last season.
This is going to be Williams' senior season, and with that comes more responsibility.
He's going to have the whole keys to the car, so to say. He knows what it takes. He's been there now. His grasp of the offense is tremendous.
For Coach DeLon Parrish, the Pumas are always talented, but for him, is managing the attitudes of these star players to always get them to see the bigger goal at the end of the road.
Each week is going to be the championship for us. We know everybody's gunning for us, things of that nature, so we just focus in on that one game and move on from there.
Yeah, as Coach P says in the past years, never become, we're always the hunters and never the hunted, so just keep grinding out week by week.
The end goal is to win the championship, get that 4P. We gotta get.
The Pumas season will start August 31st against Camden, an out-of-state opponent from New Jersey. And surely everybody's eyes will be on the Pumas to see if they can go undefeated again and go 56-0 over the past 4 seasons. Brandon Green, DMVstream.com.
Our Brandon Green has more in the standout attack.
Thank you, Jeremy. Paul the 6 junior Jacob Angeles, as a sophomore last season, did something that has never been done in program history, and that has become the first 40-40 player in Paul the 6 program history with 41 goals and 44 assists. But this year is a little bit different. Paul the 6 lost 6 seniors from that team last year, and Angeles said that he definitely wants to improve on his scoring and his leadership this season. So he's trained harder than ever, he said, this offseason, because he also wants to do something that has never been done in program history, and that is win the BISA and the WCAC championship. Angeles said, I quote, "I feel we're under the radar this year," end quote. And the Johns Hopkins commit said that he feels this team definitely has what it takes to win the WCAC. And if they win this game today, then they are only 2 wins away from their goal. Jeremy, back to you.
I saw he was kind of shaky with the ball when he came off the screen, and I thought I just trusted my instincts, and I went for it, and I got it.
We were getting on him all year about getting low, and he finally did it. Came big for us, and it's overwhelming. Knowing all the hours, all the long hours, the early mornings, the late nights, it's everything.
I feel great, man. It's an unbelievable feeling. I don't even got words to describe it, but, man, it's a great feeling. It's a great win, great team win. Got that shit, baby, you already know.
Oh, I think this is only the start of the beginning for us. I think next year, I mean, I don't really want to talk about next year right now, but it's gonna keep improving.
I want to be one of the best players to come out of the Magic. I know it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of hours to do that. I'm up for it.
I do think it's their X factor, Dion Wells-Ross. He's not going to be there. He's not their leading scorer on the season, but him being able to get into the paint, and then we saw his athleticism, being able to finish over people, and then the touch from outside. He's really a complete offensive player. Such a tough choice because Dre was just so effective in that second half, really led him to victory. But I had to go with the complete game. Terrence Williams was there from the first quarter to the end. You see 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 threes. Thanks, guys. I'm here with South County's Quentin Moore-Brown. And Quentin, it did get a little bit chippy in that second quarter. How much fun was this game today?
It was a lot of fun. Just everyone was hype, and it just felt great.
Thrilling victory, 10-5, completely dominating the game today was Mr. Joey Epstein. I have him right here. And Joey, what were you seeing out there today?
You know, my teammates gave me space to operate. They did a good job moving off ball, and you know, I was able to find a few open men. You know, really just a good offensive flow.